Hello, I'm Shelly. Thank you for watching this video. This video is a distance Reiki session, an energy healing session for letting go of anxiety. If you're not inclined towards Reiki or towards energy work, you can take this simply as a mindful space for letting go of your anxiety. Living with anxiety can be hard. Whether this is something that you've experienced over a number of years or something that is a lot more prominent for you right now, given the very challenging situation so many people across the globe are facing right now. Throughout this session, I will be channeling Reiki to you, to different chakras in your body. So just relax and try to take this time, this video as your moment to relax into your body, to settle into yourself as you release your anxiety. Let's get started. Reiki, please flow and heal. Reiki, please flow and heal. Reiki, please flow and heal. If you're able to, just relax back and settle into your body. Take a couple deep breaths with me. Once more. Feel the pressure of the floor beneath you. Feel your body resting on the chair or on the mat, wherever you are seated right now. Just become aware of your body. Let's start by setting our intention. Feel if you were able to join me in setting your intention for this session, it will be a lot more collaborative process. So, if you feel like it, go ahead and set your intention. Oh, I'm just looking for my matches. Got it. I'm going to light a candle now. It's a beautiful candle. So let's set our intention. You can look at this flame. It can have a focusing effect. So just look at that flame. And whatever is coming up for you right now, even if it's not anxiety, whatever it is that you want to release at this moment in time, feel free to bring that up. Reiki, please flow and heal for the highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort and alignment. Setting my intention, and you can speak out loud your intention now or silently to yourself. I'm going to set this candle down. Let's start by drawing the sacred Reiki symbols. I'm going to start by drawing Chakure. Chakure, Chakure, Chakure. And then the distance symbol. Ansha Seishane, Ansha Seishane, Ansha Seishane. And I'm also going to draw Segi, spirit of emotional healing. Segi, Segi, Segi. I'm going to channel Reiki to your root chakra. Let's start with the root chakra. So the root chakra is at the base of your tailbone. And there is a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety can reside in the root chakra itself. So sending Reiki to your root chakra. Sending Reiki through time and space, through distance, to heal your root chakra, to balance it so that it can reach its most optimal flow. And Reiki knows what it is that you need at this moment in time. So I just have to guide Reiki to your chakra. And Reiki, being a intelligent energy, is able to heal and optimize your chakra in the best possible way. The root chakra is associated with the color red. I've spoken about this in my previous video as well. So if you want, and if it helps you, you can visualize the color red right now in your mind. You can visualize the color, you can visualize a crystal, anything that is red that you feel attached to right now. Throughout this session, though it's not typically part of Reiki, but because we know that breath is so intricately connected to anxiety, to our emotional state, I really encourage you to take long, deep breaths. So that you can relax just at this point in time. If there are any anxious thoughts coming up in your mind right now, take a deep breath in and out. And out. And for those anxious thoughts, something that works for me is to imagine that you are listening to a radio in your mind or any kind of audio setup. And as those anxious thoughts are coming up for you, you can choose to slowly lower the volume. Lower the volume on those thoughts, on that anxiety. So that the sound of your deep breathing actually overtakes those thoughts. This is something that I find useful if I find my mind getting too crowded with anxious thoughts. So feel free to try it and to see if this is helpful for you. Next, I want to channel Reiki to your solar plexus. So if you're able to, and you're sitting back and you're able to relax, as I mentioned before, you can take your hands and place them on your abdomen, over your solar plexus chakra. That's where that is. And take deep breaths right now. We also store a lot of our emotions in our gut. So that's the reason that I'm channeling Reiki to heal the solar plexus chakra. So that too is performing at the most optimum level for you right now. I find that for me, when I try to, almost run or avoid those anxious thoughts in my mind, that only serves to deepen my anxiety. What I have learned recently, and this is something I'm trying to follow, in as many parts of my life as I can, is that understanding that your anxiety is a part of your brain trying to protect you, that the part of your brain, your subconscious, which is really fearful. So I'm going to share with you what I sometimes do in this situation and which I find helpful. When there is an anxious thought that creeps into my mind as part of, when I'm meditating or I'm practicing Reiki, or it could be at some other time as well, I try to imagine that thought voiced to me by my very young self, by me when I was a toddler. So I visualize myself as a really young child, a child who is 4 or 5. Like I think back to how I looked then, and I have a picture that was obviously from that time, and I think about myself and the way I looked in that picture. So I was a young child and I had pigtails and I was super skinny. So that's the image that comes up in my mind, and my face was perfectly round. So imagine that anxious thought being said to me by that child version of me. And rather than trying to stuff that thought away or trying to just tell myself, oh, go back to the breath, or, trying to avoid that thought, in my mind, I look at that child. I hold that child, which is me, a cup of face, a small face in my hands, and I tell her that it's okay. Thank you. Thank you for telling me, sharing your fears with me. But this is not helpful right now. This is not something that I want to spend more time thinking about right now. But I understand that you are scared. Thank you for telling me this. Thank you for telling me your fear. And then I imagine the child just feeling validated, just feeling happy because she was heard by this adult. Sometimes if that thought is even too overpowering for me, I tell that girl that this thought is not very helpful, but I'll just see if there's anything actionable in here. So if I have an anxious thought about something, it could be anything, right? Like I see if there is anything actionable. I quickly parse it top to bottom. If I find anything actionable in it, something that I can actually do and something that I feel very strongly about, then I actually make a note of that and I try to get to it later. In a nutshell, it is my way of not running from my anxiety. It is a way of for me to honor the part of me that is fearful. So that part feels heard. So if this is something that you want to try, it's just a visualization, I see myself as my child version, as when I was a child. Continue to breathe deeply in and out as best as you can. Like everything in life, we have to work hard on the things that scare us, on the things that create fear in our minds. And this is just one step. So thank you for taking this step towards healing yourself and your anxiety. I hope you found this session helpful. We're almost at the end of this session. I'm going to ask Reiki to flow and stabilize for you right now. Thank you, Reiki, and thank you, and thank you to all my gurus. Thank you for the universe. Thank you to the universe that has provided this beautiful light of Reiki. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.